Bubbly table. The sun is out. The sky is blue. Hello, Rasha. And I'm coming from Wainfleet over to you. Oh, people across the road there. I think they're visiting someone. I started a new vlog. I'm on a day off. I've not done any video in for the last 2 days. With one thing and another, things have been busy at home and at work. I've got some news about work which I might share, I might not share. I've just been given an award which has been very unexpected and quite a nice little prize as well, which I'm probably, I'm trying to get comfortable, I'm probably going to take next year. I've been given basically a free holiday. Anyway, that's for another time, and so I don't really discuss work too much. Today is a Friday, so I'm actually off today, although I have got to go back into work for an hour later, just to do a couple of things, just for an hour. And so I'm going to do tea, in inverted commas, all early. I'm going to do a lasagne for Sandra when she gets home from work. And then I think we've actually got a weekend at home this weekend coming up. And so we're going to do, we've got heads on a couple of videos I want to do with Sandra. About a couple of things, and I'm not sure whether we're going to get out for a drink or not. And today, so when I've had this cup of coffee, I'm going to start lasagna, and I'm going to start to blitz the conservatory a bit. Our windows get covered in spiders and cobwebs and dead flies, so I have been cleaning it, but I am going to take a lot of stuff out, and I am going to open up the blinds and give it a clean. I'm possibly also today going to put back up a backdrop support for a few reasons. I might not. And some of you will remember we've got a diesel heater in the conservatory that we put in last year. We've not fired that up for several months, so I might actually fire that up this weekend and get some work and preparation done. So it's going to be a bit of a homely day, really. Oh, those are things. And my hedgehog Romeo has disappeared for the last 3 nights. He's been coming every single night for the last couple of months, and he's not been about. I'm hoping he's okay, if he is a he and he's not a she. But Romeo, we need my hedgehog back, and I don't know whether something's happened or he's gone off to pastures new. Right, I'm going to glug my coffee. I'm going to get the lasagna prepped up first, and then I'm in the conservatory for an hour, and I'm going to give that a right good blitzing. Certain amount of chaos here in the conservatory, as you can probably see. So we replaced all of these conservatory blinds, if you didn't know. So when we came, there was no blinds on the window. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull these open. Ooh. Like that. There's some lenses and things there which I'm going to put away. And then that gives me access to the oopsie daisy, to the windowsill. As you can see, there's just creepy crawlies. I need to do the same on that side. Going to this winter, we are going to leave a window slightly ajar, because we've already mentioned we ended up with all condensation up there last winter, and I don't want that to happen again. So we're going to be trying to keep this one a bit of heat in here, and we need somewhere for the moisture to go out. So the reason you get damp and mould in properties or caravans and stuff is because there's no ventilation, basically. There's nowhere for the moisture to escape. So I'm going to do the size. I'm going to get the vacuum out. I'm going to vacuum up the creepy crawlies, and then when I've got the bits of mess here, I'm going to wipe that down. I've got some spilt birdseed there, and the same all the way down there. as well. Another great thing we've got in our property, so we're in the bathroom. You sometimes watch, close the door, let me close that door. Sometimes watch on these Facebook, when I growing up in the 60s or the 70s or whatever, and people go, do you remember when we had one of these hot water tank? As if people don't have them anymore. We're on oil-fired heating here, so we don't have a gas boiler. We haven't got like a gas combi boiler or anything like that. So we still have a hot water tank that's constantly filled with hot water. When we have the heating on, it comes off the oil. But the reason why I'm showing that, I'm not showing what I've got, but this is what we used to call, back in the day, an airing cupboard. So it's got a hot water tank, and it is fantastic for drying our clothes. So we're able to, up here, I'm thinking about putting another height on there for socks and undies and things like that. But we're able to put things onto here and onto the tank, and it dries them beautifully without any smells or whatever. They come out beautiful there. We really miss our log burner. So when we were in Manchester, we used to have a log burner, and we used to have the maiden by the log burner, and the heat from the log burner draws out the moisture, and that was really good. Anyway, the reason why I've opened that, I've got some washing to put in there, which I'm not going to show you. I have sort of just been cooking and sorry, busy. There's a lasagne ready to go, and I've cleaned over that side over there, and I'm just going to put some washing in the airing cupboard. Right, so I've taken all the mats out of the conservatory, and I've swept this, what am I, about a quarter. Windows, sills, some of the glass has all been cleaned. That's the Ultenic that I've been using to hoover things up in here, and I'm going to give everything a full mop. That reminds me, I made another video with Sandra about topics you'd like us to cover. A couple of people have asked about products and product reviews and things like that we use. So I might even one day just flip around where we live and show you the products that we use all the time. You'll have noticed them from the Caravan air fryers to studio lights to other lights to torches to, there's another Caravan over there, dehumidifiers, and loads of products that we've done product reviews, but we do use ourselves on a regular basis. Right, anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going to give this a mop out, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out these. One's on wheels and one's not on wheels. I'm going to pull out those and then sort of make my way down that way, because I need to get at the back of this windowsill here. Whew, it's very warm. Right, so pulling things out. I've been looking for this for ages. I've just found it. It was underneath a load of stuff by the by the windowsill. I'm dead pleased I found that. I needed a little light to carry around with me. Now we've got the dark nights near us. Right, anyway, I've now got access to down here. I'm just pulling this out. So I'm going to get the Ultenic. I'm going to vacuum up, and then you can see all the bits on the windowsill down here, which I'm going to deal with coming up in a moment. And then I'm going to put everything back, and then I have got a mop and bucket ready to go. Hasn't it been the year of the flies over summer? It was incredible this year for whatever reason. Right, down to the long windowsill, so that's clean up to there. I did vacuum this just literally a week or so ago. This side is going to be dealt with today as well. And I just pulled out that unit, which is on wheels. So I'm going to vacuum here. Then I have got a brush, and I am sweeping as I go along as well. Right, Ultenic. Let's get you out. Right, won't bore you with that. As I say, I'm going to vacuum up, get all the dust off, then I'm going to sweep, then I'm going to mop. Sorry, I'm going to wipe the windowsill down as well. Whew. Progress, eh? You see, Sandra really, she's got no idea how lucky she is to have me. I mean, during the day, when I'm sort of doing man jobs like cleaning the conservatory, and she'll come home to a beautiful lasagne, which is now in the oven, by the way, which is it's in there. How lucky, how lucky, how lucky. Holy joke. Right, so I'm going to let that floor dry. That's been vacuumed, it's been swept, then it's had a little hand brush on it, everything's been wiped, everything's been mopped, and quite a bit of stuff outside. I think I might put the little mats into the washing machine, and then the big mats I think I'm just going to let air, and then I see Sandra tomorrow. I might get the jet wash out. The cars need a clean. I also need to sweep up any of the birdseed around there, which you can also sort of jet wash as well. And then these things are to go into the garage. I've got no idea why there was compost in the conservatory. Maybe it belongs in the greenhouse. Right. Oh, I've done a dog poo pick and I've missed one. Gosh, yeah. For a little dog, she doesn't have to make a mess. So I've got no idea why that was in the conservatory. Right, Sandra's. Oh, she got grubby here. Well, I didn't know better. I'd have said that's a weed. Sunflowers. Why has she got all the canes in here? Are the canes waterproof? Oh, I've got a bloody tip run to do as well at some stage. Another weed coming through. Right, this has held up really well, the greenhouse as well. I know it's very early days, but obviously we've had storms. It's Storm Amy recently, and nothing has budged on that. That's been amazing. So I've just moved a load of those electrical wires. So I've got a cupboard here that's just full of extension and electrical wires. I do need to tackle this side as well over winter. My dad's workbench, the men's workbench. That's Sandra's workbench over there, full of apples, and I've got no idea what Sandra makes videos. Look, Sandra's wool bucket. I'm not allowed to use that. What's she got going here? Brewing sugar. Pears, August 2020. I have no idea what that is. It's like Melody Susie. Dust collection fan. What the hell is that? I don't think that's a product review. Anyway, this is Sandra's lair at the back of here. You can't make it up. As I say, these are bags to the tip, maybe in the next couple of days. Right, I need to keep sorting. I'm going to put the those mats on the line just to air coming up, and Wellingtons and things will go back in. So there we are, a couple of hours later. So drone batteries, camera batteries charged, side all cleared up. What a difference. It probably does not look like any difference to you, but that, mark my words, there is a big difference. The one thing, I've just been into the garage, and it's got to be in there somewhere. That garage is like a TARDIS. I've got a kit for hanging backdrops, some supports and everything, and I can't find it. It's all in a carrier bag, but I'm not gonna spend any time looking for it now, because I'm going to see Sandra tomorrow, and fingers crossed tomorrow I'm going to spend an hour in the garage. I need some help or some guidance from Sandra on where to do things. But yeah, that's all much better, isn't it? I don't know whether you agree. I don't agree. So the dishwasher's just finished. Washing machine's got these rugs in. The mats that we have on the floor, they're a bit of an, if I'm absolutely honest, they are a bit of a nightmare because they just attract dust and muck and especially dog hairs. So they do the job, but you can't then really just give this a mop in or a brush, if that makes any sense. And if you don't have them, these floor tiles can be incredibly slippy. So I am going to see Sandra whether she still wants the mats. These ones here are the ones I'm talking about, because they are a nightmare, as I say. The only way I can clean them is with a jet washer. So I need some guidance from Sandra. Keep or not keep. I think the conservatory, I don't know whether you can see, it does, can you see? I don't know whether you can see. It feels much more area and bigger without those in the way as well. It just feels so much better. But there again, when I'm recording, so that, as you probably know, that I tend to do my recording in this corner here if I'm doing product reviews and things, and it can be echoey in here. So this is again, we've got a possible video coming up about what equipment do we use and stuff. But if you notice some of the videos, if I'm using an external mic, it can be a bit echoey in here. I have got some more recording to do now, talking about product reviews, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it. Oh, the joys. But I can't do them for another 18 minutes until the washing machine turns on. So I've just been out. I was asked to go to work to do some photographs. It's their annual staff awards, basically, where I work. I can't show everything here because I don't really want everything displaying where I work and exactly what I do. I know some of you out there actually know what I do now. And ironically enough, I've actually met a few people in line with my work when I've been out. But I'm trying and show you that award there. But it's my company name, and it was the Making a Difference award that I've got there. And just say thank you for your support, blah blah blah. But a really nice note on there. And then I've also been awarded, try and cover up my company name so you can't see it, just to prove I'm not lying. See that there? Congratulations of being Employee of the Month. And that, I got a bubbly, and I've got a free holiday as well, which I can take probably next year. They have the company I work for have got a staff lodge on a haven camp over Cleethorpes Way. So I've got that coming up. May you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make. A little notepad, and thank you for being awesome. So that was quite unexpected. I knew about the Employee of the Month because that was announced a few days ago, but I wasn't expecting that, which is very sweet, not something I'm particularly used to. And where I work, what I do, I just keep saying to people, I'm not anything special. All I'm doing is just do my job. What I'm doing now, so I'm an outreach community support worker. I think that's my job title. And what I do, or what I'm doing currently, is something I've done in the past, and obviously I've got quite a lot of experience with the field that I'm working in. Anyway, that was very, very unexpected. Sandra's home. She's feeling a little bit off colour. So it's a good job I've got the lasagne in the oven for her. and I've just finished, sorry, a bit of a backdrop up there. I've just finished doing the filming and the tidying up here, just charging up my little Canon camera, and I'm so pleased that I found that little light. That might not seem anything special to you, Rasha. It was blue sky this morning, and look how grim it is there now. It's all gone rather grey outside. And at this point, I think I'm going to end the video here and say thank you if you stayed here to the end. If you're a new subscriber, an old subscriber, you're not a subscriber, you might be a subscriber, you're just a viewer, massive big thumbs up from us. Shall I give Rasha a treat? From us, including Rasha. Come, Rash. To you.